Yo, hello there, humans, man. I just thought I'd actually hop on said microphone, microphone right in front of me type thing, and just really chat away. So, if you didn't already know, I'm the manager of Lego Padme FC, and that's a bit on the ropes, to say the least, because there's been a couple of bad weekends. We had some really poor finishes, and going into the next season, which is about to begin, of the road to glory, it's very much a case of, is this lad going to keep his job? And I'll be honest, I'm scared. I'm sat in Coruscant right now. Actually, I've just been just had a lovely meal with Lego Padme, and I'm scared, man. So just quickly kind of talking about some of the things that have happened in the alternate universe. Some might say the real universe, but I think they'd be lying. But Arsenal at the moment kind of struggling right now, man. Arteta, he's trying to rally the troops type thing, and they're just really not fighting. You go out there to watch the game. Well, I say go out there to watch a game. There's only about 1,000 tickets going, something like that. But, you're watching the game on TV, and they're playing against Burnley at home. Yeah, I mean, that should be a deadly dub. But apparently it's not. In fact, Aubameyang deciding to kind of put it in the wrong net. And that's when it gets a little bit scary, is when Aubameyang is, fair enough, he's breaking a deadlock and he hasn't scored for a while and he wants to get something on the score sheet. But I think he hasn't realised this. I think he actually did get a bit confused. He was speaking to me after the game and he said, lad, I think I might have put it in the wrong net. And I was like, nah, don't be silly, lad. I think we won, because obviously I didn't look at the scoreline either. And he wasn't even paying attention to kind of, he didn't really have a sense. He couldn't read the room. He couldn't read the fact that, everyone around him was disappointed for a reason and everything. He thought everyone was just in a bad mood. And he didn't realise why the opposition team was celebrating after he put it in the back of the net. He thought they were just doing that to kind of attract some kind of energy of winning the game despite them actually being 1-0 down. But of course it was the other way around. And so he's kind of found out at the same time as me, as we're sat there in the... I think we were just sat there in the Arsenal... kind of board of directors room and all of that, and we were just tucking into, I think I had a chicken nuggets and chips, which was rather kindly provided to me, and I think what's called the Arsenal Diamond Club. So we're kind of sat there, table and chairs and all of that, just kind of eating away, and then Arteta walks in and he looks a bit unhappy, and Aubameyang's like, yo, my guy, and he's getting up and he's kind of obviously in a really good mood, as you would, thinking that you just scored a winning goal. And Arteta's kind of just said to him, lad, why did you do that? Why have you put it in the back of our own net? And, you've really kind of put me in hot water here. Because Arteta was saying about how he's had to have a bunch of interviews and stuff. And, he's been watching Arsenal fan TV and they're saying Arteta out and all the rest of it. And, yeah, man, it was getting rough. So they cut my mic again. I see what they're saying, I really do. And I think, when it happens this many times, it goes from... maybe it's just a coincidence type thing to there is actually a grand kind of scheme against me, and I very much do feel like that is the case. But nonetheless, yeah, so we're sat in the Arsenal Diamond Club, and Arteta obviously is saying to Aubameyang, he's kind of just like, dude, what have you done there? What an absolute fraud you are. And he sits down, and he just wasn't in the greatest of moods. And I felt like he was just quite good company. I feel like we were quite good company for each other, because obviously we're two managers who are kind of on the ropes at our respective clubs, and we just had a little chat about tactics and all of that and how the players are absolute frauds, and we kind of related over that really. And I'm not sure whether he should go at this point in time, maybe a couple more games, see how it goes really, and if need be, bring in Shannon and Cannon Briggs. And I've actually got him on the line. I just wanted to see if you'd be up for that, lad.
Yeah, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, chum.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, chum.
Yeah. What's up? Let's go, champ.
Quite incredible, that. Quite incredible. And I think if he was to become the manager of Arsenal Football Club, I think we really would start to see Arsenal challenging for the title. And I really don't think that enough people understand that him alongside Eddie Hearn, who's actually going to be the assistant manager, are truly a threat to the rest of the Premier League. And I think that's why a lot of people are actually saying, there's a lot of people saying Arteta out, but there's also a couple of people saying Arteta in, because, if they get a hold of it, you got to be really careful. So, yeah, here I am, obviously, flashback to Aubameyang putting it in the wrong net. I'm just kind of sat there in the Arsenal Diamond Club. I'm tucking away to my chicken nuggets and chips as Aubameyang finds out the rather dreadful news, as I can imagine. I mean, I obviously don't know what it feels like to put it in the back of my own net. I would never sort of do that, but he's figured out that he's put it in the wrong net, and he's kind of sat down next to me, and he said, the first thing he asked me, he kind of looked there really, really sad, and for a minute didn't seem like he was going to say a word. He just kind of had his head in his hands, and then he sort of arose. His head has arose out of his hands, and he's just looked straight at me, right into my eyes. And he just said to me, lad, can I have some of your chips? I'm like, eh? You're not having any of my chips, lad. I've paid good money for this. And it was, it was the Arsenal Diamond Club. In fact, I didn't pay anything, but I had to say that just to make sure that I could kind of hold on to him. And he asked again. He said, nah, lad, I'm hungry. I need some chips. And then Arteta has actually run over to him. He started running for some reason, even though it wasn't really that far and it wasn't really necessary. But he's run over to Aubameyang and said, maybe you can have some chips if you don't put it in the back of our own net. And he started getting really mad, and it looked like it was all going to kind of kick off. And then Xhaka's walked in. And then it did kick off. And I had to go in my portal and just dip out of it, because I actually think, obviously Xhaka got that red card. It was about to really go off, because, ultimately, Xhaka is one of the reasons that they lost that game. Mate, just got back to the apartment, so I have to kind of prepare a speech, which I'm going to be doing tonight. So I'm headed out to Lego Padme FC kind of base headquarters, and I've kind of got to make this speech, and this is how I thought I'd start it out. Lads, you got to keep me. I've been here fighting for days. Lego Padme, she brought me to this club for a reason, to fight. To get top 100, and I truly feel that, the shit might have been sinking for a bit. But I've patched it up, man, I promise. I promise. Please keep me, man. I beg. And there you go. So, I actually thought I'd kind of try and appeal to their hearts a bit, try and, beg a little bit. Which, I'm supposed to be a leader and stuff, and perhaps I shouldn't really be begging, but it's got to be done, man. Really. We're not in a great position right now in front of a board of directors who are really, I've seen this lad, Sheev, I think his name is Sheev Palpatine. And he's looking to kind of take charge completely of the club. And that is really quite scary. So, I have to see what unfolds tonight. I really hope that the speech can work, and that I'll be able to at least get some kind of contract extension. I am actually about to go in a shuttle with Lego Padme to the stadium. So, wish me luck. I'll see you in a jiff.
Yeah, a little Xbox code and it's getting redeemed. Yeah, couple FIFA points, get a brand new team. You little mainstream freak, but we're supreme. Man, I swear it's peak what I see on my screen. Yeah, get to 100 to do it with claws.